I'm living in a township called Lulikani next to a town called Palaborwa, which is very close to the Kruger National Park in northeast South Africa. The thing that struck me most when I first arrived was the poverty, the obvious poverty, the very small houses and the number of people that live in the houses, maybe in one room, entire families.
The major problems, well, unemployment is a big problem. The other huge problem is HIV, and it's enormous. It's just hard to define the scale of that problem. Every house, you can be sure that nearly every house you pass, there's a sick person inside. That's the truth.
The reason I picked Viatores Christi was other agencies very much sold as a package holiday, not a lot of work involved, and I really wanted to get stuck in and do some real work. And Viatores Christi really appealed to me. That, they had the same things in mind. The work that I'm doing here consists mainly of visiting families in their homes, both patients and people with young children, maybe orphans of vulnerable children. We transport patients to and from the clinic and the hospital, and we also work on trying to get people IDs and certs from Home Affairs and trying to get their social welfare benefits.
Oh, they're saying the baby, she's fine, Sarah.
Oh, good. She still is. She has a chest infection or something, that she's quite rattly. Constance has ID, but has the father of the baby got ID?
The work that Sarah does is of paramount importance in that it is essential that she establishes what is the situation of the families that she visits, whether they are a single-parent family or whether it is run by an older sibling. Her work is essential in that she has to inquire as to whether they have any South African documents, ID certificates or birth certificates, because these documents are essential if they want to get any financial help to help them progress in life.
ID is very important here for children, because if they are left orphans and they have to be taken into a family as foster children, then the only way they can access foster care grant is if they have an ID and the carer has an ID.
Other things that I've become involved in since I've been here is a play afternoon that we hold every Friday, which basically aims to give children maybe 2.5 hours off from their daily lives, just to forget, just to have fun and forget about whatever's going on in their lives. And then we also give them some food after that. This is the monthly food parcel day in Lulikani. We give out 40 family food parcels a month and 6 parcels for single people. The food parcels consist of a sack of mealie meal, which is the people's staple diet here. They make it with water and cook it into, and they call it pap then, it's like a stiff porridge, and they eat it basically morning, noon and night. The 40 families are families that we've prioritised for food out of the well over 225 families that we work with in the area. And the reasons that most of these are prioritised is that they're literally not earning anything. There's no income coming into the family, so they've been prioritised on that basis. For a lot of these families, it's literally the difference between life and death. When we started visiting families, a lot of them would say, I'd ask them, how are you surviving? How do you survive with nothing? And they'd say, we get parcels from the church. And it's an incredibly important part of the project.
Hina hi ri mfumo ntirho lowu va nga ku endleni wu na nkoka ka hina hi mhaka ku ri loko vo va nga ri kona hi nge swi koti hi ri hexe, lero vukona bya yehe i bya nkoka. Lexi hina a hi navela xoho i ku ri nkarhi wun'wani mi ngo ngetelela van'wanyana lava nga ta ku va ta n'wi pfuna.
The work that Sarah's doing is really very, very valuable for us as a project, because she has the skills of a social worker and she knows how to deal with children. She can teach our volunteers a lot.
I think I'm going to have more responsibility after Sarah leave here, because every day I'm learning new things. I'm enjoying every day, every moment with working with Sarah. She's perfect to me.
The training that I got from Viatores Christi was just invaluable, absolutely. The things that they covered in it were a lot of things that you'd never think about, and it really helped to prepare myself for coming away. Training consisted of 1 weekend a month for 5 months, with an optional extra weekend on the 6th month. The examples of what we covered were community development, global awareness, health, both of the people that you'd be working with and your own health, preparing for going.
Sara van pfune ku va lani van phakela ti-tin staff swakudya na ku va vanise xibedhlele maphuta se ni kuma pay ya mehe se ni va ni kombisa se Sara ku no ni kuve pay phepha ra ku hi leri va ta ni nyika pension ku ri kota ku hi dya n'hweti yin'wana na yin'wana va ni nyika swimalani ya ku hi kota ku hi xava swakudya na ku va ni nyika mugayo.
I'm definitely glad I've done it. The experience has just been brilliant. It's been amazing. It's been tough at times, but it's also been great. I've met so many people that I never would have normally met and had so many different experiences. I've been privileged enough to be invited into people's lives and allowed to share a completely different culture and to learn a lot about it. It's been fantastic.